Early Chag, yeah, happy holiday, happy Hanukkah to everybody. Our service tonight's going to be a little bit on the truncated side because I'm hungry and I had a pre-taste of the latkes. And it'll be a little bit different service because we're really celebrating and it's kind of joyous. I've got some wonderful jokes in the course of the service to share with you. These are really high quality, and I hope you'll enjoy that part. You'll notice the artwork. Our beautiful chapel is decorated on Sunday after delivering supplies to the homeless as well as food. Our students came back here and made decorations for Hanukkah, and what you see here is some of the fine artwork that our students did in preparation for the holiday. So, without any further ado, I'm going to ask. Oh, thank you. Just in case I hit the 20-mile mark and I need some water. We're going to begin with the lighting of the Shabbat candles. That's on page 120. And I've asked Michael and Juliana to come up and to light the Shabbat candles for us. Page 120. And we can all join in the recitation of the blessing.
Your kids will be here soon. They bought me first.
Grandma, you mean light it first? Light it first?
Yeah. And we'll all join in on it.
It's on the drawer on the inside.
Yeah.
It's the trick
Not
box.
real smart.
It's
No, it's just because they doubled the dose.
together, page 120.
Baruch
Atah
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu v'halavner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Great, thank you. Thank you. So we're going to begin with Hine Matov. How wonderful it is that we're all together and celebrating not only the Shabbat, but also the beginning of Hanukkah. So that's page 128 at the top of the page. There are prayer books just right outside. There should be some. First we'll do it together, and then we'll try to do it as a round. We'll see how that works. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Gam yachad, hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Okay, so who would like to lead this side? Anybody? Who feels they know it well enough to do that?
What do we lead with, please?
Hine ma tov. Okay.
Go and volunteer myself again.
You've all done this before. No? No? Okay. All right. Well, something new. Not since camp. Well, that was like yesterday. Right?
We did it in Sunday school.
Okay. So you all want to start? And,
Okay.
okay. And when you get to the B part, that's where we come in. You'll just follow my cue. Let's give a big round of applause to Brad and to Marion. That was wonderful. That was really, really good. Let's go to the Chatzi Kaddish on page 144, and then page 146, and then we'll rise for the Baruch Hu. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba b'yom v'achirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yamechon u'v'chayenecho beit Yisrael b'hagala u'v'zman korith v'yimeru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mivarach le'olam u'liyomei omoyah. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudisha b'rilchu le'elah min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran b'yalma v'imru amen. Lai, 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 lai. Please rise for the Baruch Hu. Lai, 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 Actually, remain standing. We're going to go right to the Shema. I told you this was going to be quick service tonight. Page 152. You may be seated. And let us continue in the English on page 154. You shall love Adonai, your God, with all your heart. You shall love Adonai, your God, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments, and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Okay, let us turn now to the Tefillah on page 164, beginning with Adonai Sifachai Tiftach. Please rise. Adonai Sifatai Tiftach Ufi Agite Ilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Page 166. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Velohei Avoteinu Ve'imoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imot Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem
למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם. Page 168, the fourth line in the Hebrew or in the transliteration. Together. מחכה חיים וחסד, בחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ברופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומחיה אמונתו בשמי עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, וביתו מלך, מלך בני ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. You may be seated. Now let us continue now on page 177, in the middle of the page. When we behold your heavens, together, when we behold your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and stars that you set in place, what are we humans that you are mindful of us, we mortals that you take note of us? You made us a little less than divine, adorned us with glory and majesty. You gave us dominion over your handiwork, laying the world at our feet. How majestic is your name throughout the earth. Baruch atah Adonai, hatoshimcha ulecha na'el lehodot. And we continue now with the Oseh Shalom on page 180. I'll do this together. Oseh Shalom b'Romah, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru Amen. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
So we're going to do two things for the sermon. The first is an actual sermon that I went online and got a series of really important questions and some important answers about Hanukkah. And then afterwards, so we're just going to tell very quickly the story of Hanukkah. So I'm going to ask a bunch of questions, a series of questions, and let's see if you know the answers to these. And this is Jewish law, so we take it seriously here. Which hand is best to light the menorah with? Should you light it with your left hand, or should you light it with your right hand? Yes?
Your right.
The answer is neither. It's best to light it with a candle.
These are gems. These are gems, I'm telling you. These are- Okay. How can you recognize a Hanukkah hippie? This is from the Talmud, by the way. He or she is the one with his hair in dreidel locks. Multicultural. How much Hanukkah gelt did the skunk get? You know how much Hanukkah gelt? That's money, the chocolate stuff. How much did the skunk get?
All of it, because everybody ran away.
That's a good answer.
I believe that.
1 cent. I think these are great. Okay. What do you call now? This should get our stomachs going pretty good. What do you call a speck that falls into the latke pan? A speck, just something you wouldn't recognize. An unidentified flying object. Why was the broom late for Hanukkah, for the Hanukkah party? The broom. The broom was late for the Hanukkah party. Why?
Because he couldn't move.
Because he couldn't move. Well, that's a good answer. The answer here is it overslept. I'm not hearing laughter. I'm hearing, oh, that's interesting. Okay.
It's different when you're reading them.
I guess it is. Okay. This is for the adults. This is more adult. Okay. Miriam goes to the post office to buy stamps for her holiday cards. She asks the cashier, "May I please have 50 Hanukkah stamps?" The cashier asks, "What denomination?" To which Miriam replies, "Oy vey, has it come to this? Okay, give me 6 Orthodox, 12 Conservative, and 32 Reform." Okay, we got one. Yes. Okay. How many potatoes does it take to make potato pancakes?
Maybe a few.
Maybe a few. A lot. Okay.
Well, I
Okay,
know
this is
everything.
one you guys have got to get. Okay. Why do you put candles on top of the menorah? Why do you put them on top of the menorah? What's the deal?
Because they look silly underneath.
Okay, he's starting to catch on. It's too hard to put them on the bottom. It would take a lawyer with a reason, with logic to be able to get that
A
one.
reasonable man.
Why did the dreidel go to the doctor? Why did the dreidel go
He
to
was
the doctor?
Ari wants an answer.
Yes,
Why did you go to the doctor? Because it was dizzy.
he kept getting dizzy spells.
Very good.
You got it, baby.
Yeah, look at there. Good job.
Okay.
Even a 2-year-old can do it. And then she'll shoot.
A Jewish guy's mom gives him 2 sweaters for Hanukkah. So the next time he visits her, he wears one. As he walks into the house, his mother frowns and furrows her brow, asking, "What, you didn't like the other one?" Okay, I knew that was not going to go over well. As soon as I started, okay.
Oh, that's a good one, actually.
Okay. Okay, what did the loaf of bread say to the other loaf of bread during Hanukkah? And then we'll stop, because I know you're loving this so much. Go ahead.
I don't want to get eaten.
Oh, that would be a good answer. Actually, the loaf of bread said to the other one, "Happy Holidays." Okay, next year, what's that? Oh, there you go, Happy Holidays. See, right there, you must have known that. I asked the waiter if my latkes would be long. He said no, they'll be round. All right, well, we'll stop with that one. Okay.
Good job, Rabbi.
Thank you. I promise. I'll give you a joke. What's that?
The rabbi has humor.
I try.
I won't let him go on the road, though. He's got to stay.
Yeah, I canceled my show. It was in New Orleans. We didn't get the kind of ticket response that I thought we would get, but that's the way it goes. So who knows the story of Hanukkah?
I do.
Yeah. Would you like to start for us?
Well, I feel like we're a bit in really much.
Okay.
Or like, or the oil was shining. I mean, they didn't have enough time to get more oil in one night, but then it lasted for 8 nights.
Yeah. Tell me, why don't I got a little short story here. It's not very long, and I'll read a little bit of the story. Okay, but you're right. That's the conclusion or the climax of the story is that they came into the temple and they found a jar of oil. And in order to purify the temple, they had to have special oil. And this was only one of us, only there to last 1 day. And you're right, it lasted 8 days.
Which is a miracle.
That was a miracle. Exactly. Yeah.
I pretty much know all about the story.
Has anybody had a miracle ever happen to them? Bettina,
Miracle.
Bettina is with us, and that really is a miracle. Because I saw her when she was very, very sick, and I can tell you she was very sick. And here she is today. Let's welcome Bettina back. It's wonderful to have you. So great to have you back. Really is.
I have a miracle. On the bus, my tooth came loose.
Oh, your tooth came loose. Yeah, isn't it kind of interesting how that just happens? Yeah. Anybody else ever have a miracle happen to them? Something they thought was so extraordinary. Anybody that we thought something would happen and it just lasted longer than you expected, or something? Yes.
Friend was really sick and they were out from school for like a couple months. My friend was really sick and they were out from school for like a couple months. The doctors thought that she wouldn't recover, but she did.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Very much like Bettina, the doctors, she had a best friend who got sick and wasn't in school for a couple months, and the doctors thought, that she might not make it, and it turned out that she recovered, and now she's back in school. That is like a miracle, yeah. We still, there's a lot of things that we take for granted, but they really are miracles when you really think about it. People getting well from terrible diseases, that does happen. The fact that we're all here tonight, we all come from different places, and we're here to celebrate and to observe Hanukkah, which means, Hanukkah means dedication. And it's taken from the Torah when they dedicated the tabernacle. That's where Hanukkah first appears. And so here, they dedicated this temple that was defiled. There were idols in there. And the Maccabees drove out the Syrian army and cleansed the temple so that it could be used as a house of worship. That's the basic story. It's a little more complicated than that because the Seleucid Empire under King Antiochus, I believe, the fourth of Epiphanes, he had already conquered and had been in control of Israel and was gradually trying to get the Jewish people who lived during that time to no longer be Jewish, but rather be like them, be like the Greeks, right? And the Jewish people resisted, or the people of Israel resisted. This begins about 169 BCE, before the Common Era, 169 BCE. The Hanukkah that we celebrate takes place around 162, when the Maccabees go to war, a small army, and they defeat a very, very powerful Seleucid Empire, or King Antiochus's army. And they drive them out of Jerusalem,
And when they come into the temple, they see all kinds of idols. Do you know what idols are? Anybody? What's an idol?
Idol?
Mm-hmm. What's an idol? You can't always have Ivory answer all the questions. What's an idol? Yes, Ben, help me out here.
Something that is worshipped
Yeah, it's something that is worshipped.
in a physical object that is.
Right. You notice in our temple, we don't have any object that we worship because we believe that God is incorporeal, beyond spirit, beyond matter, beyond time, and we worship God in that way as being all-encompassing, really pure spirit. So we don't have that. We have light. We have various symbols. The ark is where the Torah is. But when we worship, we don't have anything that we bow down to. We don't worship a thing or a thing that represents an image of God. We don't do that. And what they did when they got to the temple, they found all these idols. And they had to clean everything up, and they had to rededicate the temple. They took all the idols out, they cleaned it, and they used it again as a Jewish house of worship, just like what we do. A few years ago, I'm told that we had a natural disaster here. Right? There was a hurricane that came through and really destroyed, didn't destroy the entire, but caused severe damage, and we weren't able to worship here. Is that right?
It's a tornado on Christmas Eve.
A tornado, right? And it was damage. And so, but people gathered together, people of our community gathered together, and just like the Maccabees, rebuilt, rededicated their temple. Yes, Patricia.
I had all the Torahs in my house for 6 months.
Howard and Patricia got all the Torahs to safety.
And a very holy house.
Yeah, that's right. So thank you very much. That's the story of Hanukkah. As I promised, we're going to have a short service. Let's now go to the Misha Beirach prayer. That's on page 371. And let's join together. You all sound really good. I mean, you all know the prayers. It's really wonderful to hear you sing. Page 371. Misha Beirach Avoteinu Mekor HaBaracha Le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Rhoda Bennett, Harold Fink, Glory Weisberg, David Cherniak, Phyllis Feibelman, Dr. John Johnson, Mark and Hetty Blinderman, Elise Zeman, Jennifer and Amy Sundberg, Pam Fisher. I'm not going to say Bettina Prager because Bettina is now here. She's off the Misha Bear, but we are going to say a special blessing for you. Mark Schoenfeld, Alice Glass, Margene Rubin, Cheryl Wallace, Elizabeth Kaiser, Anne Schoenfeld, Dr. Margaret Moore Nadler, Sheila Ross, Mark Thornton, Sandy Holberg, David Grossman, Jamie McGinnis, Nicole Appleman Deal, she should not be on the list. She also is now healed. Alan Lewis, Emily Fink, and Rick Finn. Is there anyone who they wish to include on our Misha Beirach prayers for healing? Yes, Patricia.
My sister Carmi and Callie and Duke.
Thank you.
Ashley.
Yes,
Arthur Briscoe.
thank you.
Martha Adams.
Thank you.
Catherine McDonald and Jennifer.
Abby Stassen.
Anyone on Zoom? Misha Beirach Avoimotenu Mekor HaBaracha Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. And if you notice on page 371, there is a blessing of thanksgiving when a person is healed. And there's also a congregational response. If you look near the bottom of page 371, and since Bettina is here and has healed, Bettina, would like you to recite the blessing. I know I'm putting you a little bit on the spot, so if you'd like, I can say the words and you can repeat them, or if you prefer, you can read it yourself.
What page did you say?
We're on page 371 near.
Okay.
Mhm.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shech malanu kol tov.
And now we respond, Amen. Mi shegmalchem kol tov. Hu yigmalchem kol tov selah. May the one who has bestowed goodness upon us continue to bestow every goodness upon us forever, just as we are here to celebrate Bettina's return to the temple. Amen. To our community. Okay. We're going to turn now to page 586 because, yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. We're going to turn to the Aleinu, and if I could get some of the younger students to come forward, those in Heidi's class. Mayor, if you'd like to help them, that'd be great. Please rise for the Aleinu, page 586. Together. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'ateit gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo l'san l'kegoyei ha'aratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chalkeinu bahem, v'gororeinu k'chol hamonam, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Page 591. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא You may be seated as the ark is closed. In fact, you could carry it. That would be great.
I'm gonna tell them that we're coming to a close.
Yeah, pretty soon. Yeah.
And maybe you could mention something about the decorations.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did. Diana, did you have any announcements to make about Sunday or?
Sure. So Sunday we are having the community Hanukkah party here at the temple from 3 to 6. So hope to see everybody here. We'll have a lot of music, food, there'll be a lot of fun crafts for kids. And if anybody wants to help set up, we give you some volunteers at 10 o'clock this Sunday. And then we also have the pinch hitters program for Christmas Day. So if anybody wants to volunteer for that, please contact Sandra Chandler or Miriam Burke.
I have a question. I talked to Maggie and she said we're not doing it at 10, we're doing it like at 1 to 1:30. So you need to ask her.
No, we're setting up at 2 o'clock on Sunday, the additional tables and everything.
Oh, okay, great.
That's what she said.
And through Carol's connection, the entertainment is.
Thanks to Barry Silverman,
Both branches,
program.
formerly the Platters.
From the Platters. So if you like that kind of music, which I do. Oh, great, thank you.
Practice the electric slide.
Yeah, that sounds like all kinds of fun this Sunday. So we hope you can all come to that. There is religious school at 10:30. We want to welcome on Zoom Shirley Boyd, Gil and Eden Layden, David and Pinky Cherniak. We are glad to see that David is home and is healing. Robin Cardinale, Ann Zelniker, Carol Zimmerman, Eric Riggs, Marion Birkin, Harold and Emily Fink, Harvey and Sandra Gandler, Randy Fry, David Zimmerman, Mel and Odette Sternberg. So we welcome you from the virtual world. Okay, we're going to conclude with, we're going to do two things. One is we'll recite Kiddush here, and then we will light, how many of you came with Chanukah with menorahs? Great, okay, so what we'll do is we'll go over into the social hall, that's where they all are, and we'll begin our observance of Hanukkah. Yeah? All right. So, let's together recite the blessing over the bread. Anybody want to help me with the wine? Please rise. We'll just do the break now. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri ha'gafen.
There's an outline.
Rotzi lechem min haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together, as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Okay, so why don't you listen to the social or no? Okay. You may be seated. We're going to conclude our service with Adon Olam. And hope you all join in this rousing Israeli version of Adon Olam. Some of you have heard it before. And then we'll join in the light behind. Adon, page 625. Azai melech Shabbat Shalom. What's up? I'm sorry. Oh, Kaddish. Oh my goodness. I have no knowledge. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Wow.
Didn't want us to leave first.
Yes, no, we should recite Kaddish. Please stay for just a moment. I apologize. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. This week we observed the yard sites of Betty Zimmerman Cohn, Maria Etteridge, Sarah Bell Reese, Etta Mae Friedman, Carol Koppelman, Sylvia Schneider Grossman, Vera Heinrich, and Rebecca Schulman. Is there anyone else who is observing a yard site or saying Kaddish for someone who they wish to remember at this time? Once again, we extend our deepest condolences and sympathies to the Fry family on the passing of Roland Gabriel Fry. The Mourner's Kaddish, page 598, please rise. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah B'alma divrach yidutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon v'yomechon Uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala uv'izman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'le'almei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemnei v'kudshat b'richu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata da'amiran b'yalma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May God, who establisheth peace unto the heavens, grant peace and comfort in the hearts of all of us who mourn, and let us say, Amen. Thank you very much, Carol. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.